This has to be one of the most remarkable gardening projects anywhere in the world in the last 50 years. It's called Gardens by the Bay. It's located in Singapore, the city in a garden. Now, what's incredible about Singapore is its commitment to greening the environment. You know, since 1986, the population's increased from 2.6 million people here to 4.7 million. Now, what would normally happen is green space would suffer for that. But instead of losing green space, vegetative cover has actually increased from 36% to 47% of the total area of the city. Now, Gardens by the Bay is a classic reflection of the Singaporean government's commitment to greening their environment for the benefit of the people who live here. This garden is situated on 101 hectares of reclaimed land that was once a marina. It's being built in 3 stages, with the Bay South and Bay East completed and in progress. Bay South is really something to see, a real treat for the plantsman, garden lover, or lover of great environments. Already with this stage, hundreds of thousands of plants have been used, and they've been sourced from all over the world, providing an amazing diversity of species. It's hard to imagine a better job than sourcing some of these amazing plants, but Anton van der Schen has come from Australia, from Queensland?
Yes.
Well, mate, congratulations. What an amazing garden.
Thank you.
There's got to have been millions of plants put in here. It feels like that anyway.
I think about 1 million, yeah. We're still doing our final tallying up, and the gardens are constantly changing, so we'll be sort of doing some editing and adding more plants that we've got still sitting in the nurseries waiting to go in.
Were there any major challenges you had in sourcing plants? I noticed there's some huge plants being brought in. How did you do it?
Generally, you're sort of restricted to what the dimensions are of a 40-foot container.
Yeah.
However, there are some larger specimens, and even some of the large boulders or rocks in the garden were brought on a flatbed container.
Getting the soil right for all the plants here must have been a huge challenge.
We had a lot of help from people like Kevin Handrick, who's the god of soil in Australia, who basically came over here and made lots of little mud pies and did lots of tests and basically helped out us get it right.
From an architectural point of view, the Singapore government ran a competition for the design of Bay South, and UK-based landscape architecture firm Grant Associates won and developed this concept, which included features such as the super trees, the flower dome and the cloud forest. Cloud Forest is one of 2 amazing conservatories. Now, the first thing you'll see when you walk into this one is a 7-storey man-made mountain. Now, it's dedicated to the plants that originate from the cooler regions of these very high alpine areas. And many of these plants are endangered due to climate change and also man's intervention. But this is just really spectacular. You've got viewing platforms all the way through this building, and even better than that, a 7-storey waterfall that is just spectacular. The journey here for the visitor is to travel through the mountain, which is really a building to the top, and start the slow journey down, experiencing some incredible vertical gardens and stunning plant use along the way. This is the Viraya or rock rhododendron. They are stunning plants that originate from Borneo, Papua New Guinea and even mountainous regions of northern eastern Australia. Now, they are stunning plants. They will grow in most capital cities in Australia if you can keep them cool and moist all year round. My next stop is the Flower Dome, home to collections of plants from around the world, including kangaroo paws, bottle trees and grass trees from Australia. The Mediterranean garden features some incredible old olives originating from Spain, and one of them is over 1,000 years old. Sure, this garden might be quite remarkable because of the plants that they've used. There's baobabs from Africa and boabs from Australia, bottle trees, and the most incredible selection of succulent plants from all over the world. But what makes this truly remarkable is this is actually a rooftop garden. This has been built above a function centre that seats over 1,000 people. Lastly, but definitely not least, the 18 super trees vary in height from 25 to 50 metres, with the sides acting as a vertical garden, and they function as well by acting as an air exhaust receptacle, as well as a home to a restaurant and the amazing walkway between 2 of them.